Yeah, so I thought I'd jump on and make a video about VWAP, which stands for volume weighted average price. So, you know, pretty much anything that's volume related is related to price action. Uh, the only thing that there's a problem with volume is spoofing orders. So, people can put in an order, but it doesn't mean it's generally um, it's been put in the order book. So to be filled like a limit order, but somebody can cancel that, but it's still counted as volume because it's counted as an order, even though it wasn't processed. So VWAP actually uses the candle action to provide where the volume weighted average price is. So the weight of the buyers and sellers, and that will sort of the mathematics behind that give you that sort of standard VWAP line like this. And then the upper and higher bands, they're just deviations. So sort of to give you a visual view of how far prices deviated from VWAP. So from where the average price should be. Okay, so when we start at say 1st of August here, so it's always going to start like that. Always going to start pretty much all lines together, the standard deviations, VWAP, because there's potentially no price action unless it's just going and going and going. It goes parabolic and it jumps, from 8 to 80 cents to $1 here. Then it would be huge. There would be a decent VWAP and a decent deviation lines because they act as volatility as well. So the volatility of price action will cause the standard deviation lines to go further and further apart. So the further the price moves away from VWAP, then the further the deviations will move. Okay. In the background, I've got the blue here. They're Bollinger Bands. Same type of thing. So you got the 20-day moving average in the middle here. This one just, if price action's over, goes green. Price action's under, goes red. Right, and then the higher, the upper band in blue and the lower band in blue. Same deal. Volatility deviates further away, so price action is further from here, therefore the lower band is further from here, and vice versa. So when price action starts to come back to the 20-day moving average, then the bands constrict or come in. And then usually when it's consolidating like this, obviously it's gonna go one or two ways, and then the band's gonna push back out again. So, but with VWAP, right? Generally, what you want to do is first assess the trend. Where are we going? So obviously we've just been up and down, up and down, 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 right? Sort of an inverse head and shoulders there. Let's come back up, hit that top of part of the deviation and rejected, and look, what do? We come back to consolidating at VWAP, right? Bollinger Bands constrict, and we break here. Now, so we start off a little bit above, and then we, bearish engulfing, and we're sitting under VWAP here. So now this is 4 hours of time, and we are consolidating under VWAP up to about there, right? Look back, you got pretty much it. We got some support there, right? So aggressive entry would be just you've got some decent support there. Take it long like that, right? And if you did take it long, then you're in just that sort of managing trade. Maybe it is the break of VWAP and holding above until we sort of break out of the standard deviation, because whenever we break out, we always tend to come back, break out, come back, break out, come back, break out, pushes up. Now this is pure buying pressure. Okay, so breakout, pulls back, right? So Fibonacci, bang, long, pulls back, and long again. And then we're sort of cruising along there. That's where the Bollinger Band sort of comes in handy, because now we're breaking out of just the Bollinger Bands, which generally any breakout of Bollinger Bands, it shows strength. It shows strength here, yes, strength, but it also, you know, many candles going sideways, up, bit of selling pressure, up, selling pressure. This bullish candle's closing at 50% sort of below, so it's saying that obviously buying pressure is wearing out. Bearish engulfing confirms. A little bullish doji, bullish engulfing, selling pressure again, selling pressure and selling pressure. A little bit of a last hurrah, selling pressure, another last hurrah, selling pressure, and consolidating. Sort of bearish on the downtrend there. There we go. And then the same can be said for the breakout of the Bollinger Bands here, where we could potentially see, sideways or a reversal, right? Okay. So a little bit out of the Bollinger Bands in the lower half. Then you got a bunch of indecision here. So something's got to give, and there it is. So punches up, bullish engulfing, punches up again, and now you got more indecision. But let's see. We look, consolidation, long, take profit, breaks back down, look for that support, right? As you can see, these are really shit candles. Like, these are bearish candles. Okay, shows indecision. Gravestone doji, even though that's bearish engulfing, and then we're sort of back at that support level. We come into that deviation bubble here, breaks out below the Bollinger Bands. Now in an uptrend, this could be potentially a buy signal, but if it's in a downtrend, well, it just shows the strength of that it's probably most likely going to keep going down. So once again, you got a long there, another long position here. Now you can either go on this candle, or you wait for it to sort of break onto the next candle, but the key is waiting for candle closes for confirmation. So you sort of got a very bullish candle here. Candle closes and it fills 50% of that candle, showing buy pressure. Then it's met with a bullish engulfing 50% close above. Yep, a little bit of a sell-off, but huge buying pressure again. Even though it's this isn't a gravestone doji, I'm pretty sure it's dragonfly doji, closing in a higher percentage of the candle again, so no reason to close the trade. This is the importance of waiting for these 4-hour candles to close, so that way there you can get the most out of the trade. Also, you want to make sure that whatever you're risking, you've got to be in it. Like, just if you can't risk a lot, then just risk what you're comfortable with to be able to let it play out. So no matter how long it is, I was doing trades and I was over trading. I didn't need to. All I had to do was just sort of come in here. Yeah, honestly, guys, you only need a couple of trades a week, and you can make it. Okay, and you want to be waiting for, alright, get your market sentiment, whatever that is, however you want to do it. If it's market structure, if it's a 50 EMA, price is above 50 EMA, then uptrend, price below, downtrend. Market structure, high, low, uptrend, lower, high, lower, low, downtrend, however you want to skin the cat, that's up to you. So targets, potentially breakout of Bollinger Band and the standard deviation of the VWAP, 1, 2, or if you want to do Fibonacci, there's your Fibonacci right there, high, low to high, and look at that, you at the 161, perfect, bang on, like that. That'd be your first trade. Then you'd be doing your fib extension, yep, trend based fib extension. So 1, 2, and 3, like that. So you've got the pullback there, and it's up to you where you want to sort of find your next level of entry. If it's the 38.2, look, there's some decent support there, but if we just use the VWAP line, we can get an even better entry there. So we know we're in an uptrend. So high low, high low. You've got buying pressure, a nice candle there, closing 50% above. Another candle here, so probably look at about there. Using that, you could use that 38.2 for your stop loss. Anywhere around here. So you're very close to that 23.6, so you might as well use the 38.2, just a little bit under it. Then yeah, you got another long position. So another long position here. Breaking out. So or you can use that trend base again, or you can go, your 127 from previous fibs. So it's a 61.8. 127, and the 1618 is if you really want to use that, you can use that. It's fine. So you've got another opportunity here. Alright, so this is just okay, so you've got spinning top there, bearish candle, bearish candle, bearish candle, strength, buyer strength coming back, like there are buyers here. Okay, there are buyers here, right? Yes, they got in, they probably sold, maybe some of them got liquidated because that's decent, or they panic sell, so they've bought, pushed up, right? Maybe people here have sold off, maybe people down here have sold off, okay? Maybe they've missed their chance to sell off all the way up here, been busy, whatever, so they sell off here, panic selling, and bang, straight back to sort of where we were at that previous entry. Right now, if you didn't close that, then yeah, look, fuck, you'd just be stopped out, just. But again, it's up to you how you wish to trade. If you took an entry there and you saw price back here, would you take another entry there? Oh, probably would, right? We're still at that support shelf here. And we've got some volume back support right there. Okay, that's poor man's volume profile. Okay, so that's VWAP plus 50 dev extension strategy, or fib deviation extension strategy. Right, it's the coding behind the strategy isn't 100%, but the calculations are. So like if I go to strategy testing, there's no data, but I'm not using it for that data. I'm using it because I can do the VWAP and change it to what I want and have my fib extensions in here. So that's 1618, and then that's 2618. You know what I mean, for the deviation. Let's have a look. So yeah, otherwise look bullish engulfing, right? And you're looking for a potential entry above VWAP if that was in your trade plan. So anywhere in there, you'd have to have a probably decent stop loss here. So that's when you'd be like, all right, well, you gotta weigh up your risk to reward. So, because you don't want to be wicked out, but you could probably even put it to there, and then you get 1.5, right? So you're sort of clearing that consolidation phase there, and potentially aiming for that first breakout there. Also, you can use the standard deviation bands. If it is showing strength, then it's going to ride the band. Okay, just like that. So then it just comes down to your psychology and managing your trades. So for potentially the next, that's 35% gain there, and you're breaking out of the Bollinger Bands. So this here is RSI with the Bollinger Bands, right? And generally speaking, RSI breaking out of the bands, okay, which is here. Now look, if you put the line chart on RSI and that, it will almost look exactly the same. Okay, almost. All right. Now you can really see divergence here. Like obviously, your highs, and then it's just sort of going sideways. All right. So that's another little tip if you want to use it. But generally speaking, when price is in an uptrend and you see RSI breaking out of the band here, breaking out of the band here, that's where you want to be going long. So you get long right out here with that. Pretty much exactly where I would have entered on that candle action only. If I didn't use this at all, this was pure just these are tweezer bottom candles. So, and they're looking for that continuation of the uptrend. Alright, breakout of RSI of the lower Bollinger Band and going long. Breakout here, see there, almost a retest. So, again, look, yep, sells off, and you want to be looking for that bullish candle for confirmation of a trade, or if you're happy for whatever the reading is next, then go long. It's high or low. So, and you can use the RSI. Look, it's coming up to the top Bollinger Band for potential take profit. And look at that, it breaks out. So, of the Bollinger Bands of price action there. Another long entry here, entry there. So this is just look, RSI and Bollinger Band. You just have to search it up. I can't remember exactly which one it is, but yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh, I changed the RSI to yellow. It's purple naturally, but I don't know. I just like yellow. It's more visually appealing to me. So yeah. So pretty much, got some long entries off VWAP, off a bit of fibs, price action, RSI with Bollinger Bands, and like anything, price action coming back to VWAP. So further deviation eventually comes back. Okay, like that. Now this is a decent downtrend, right? So we never get a return to VWAP here. Has to reset. Then we get that. Once we get that reset, right? Look, it comes into. It does show some support, and then you can tell it gets weaker and weaker and weaker. So you get your low, or equal high, higher low, long, high, almost equal lows. So that's already telling you, bit of indecision. Even though it's swing trading, lower low, sorry, lower high, higher low, lower high. Okay, so now we're starting to form a triangle. That's what a triangle does, right? So we break down, we come up, no retest, bearish candle, bang, down it goes. Breaking under VWAP. So we've already broken under VWAP here, which shows us that there's potential, you know, strength to the downside. And then the lower high and the lower high confirm. Breaks under again, retests, and down we go. Okay. Finds strength, rides the deviation waves, and really breaks out. So, and look at that, long. Now, yeah, you could go long there as well, right? You get a little bit of a pump, but you know, that's consolidation, and this is this is where you can get really whipsawed, and you'll be like, oh fuck, 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 fuck. So eventually you'll just sell off because it's not going anywhere. It's just consolidating, and you want to be getting out because it's been in a downtrend. And that's consolidating to potentially break down. Look at all the wicks to the top side in comparison to the bottom. There you go. Now there's some nice support. See, stronger wicks to the downside than the upside. Shows that there's buy support, breakout, RSI and Bollinger Bands, long, and off it goes. And you know, I'm pretty sure that was the reversal that I was in on Bitcoin. So I was somewhere in here. I think I was like 30,000. Can't even remember anymore. And that's where you'd exit, or you potentially exit it depending on your strategy. You know, so but a break over VWAP, which is nice. You know, it's above the 20-day moving average of the Bollinger Band, so it's just nice. So if your managed trade strategy was price has to be, you know, following above 20-day moving average, and my take profit is at the deviation of the VWAP or break of the Bollinger Bands, you know, that'll be my take profit. So or oversold RSI breaks out here, see that breakout there, so you know, and there, take profit, and a potential short too. So anyway, I think I've gone on for long enough. I hope that you know, VWAP, anything that is related to price action is leading indication. So you do have to wait for candle closes, but if you can read the candles with VWAP, and even, you know, use Bollinger Bands, which Bollinger Bands is a lagging indicator, but if you have the right strategies and mindset, you can make it work. RSI is a leading indicator, right? It takes the data of the previous 14 candles and it does its math by like that. So using RSI with the Bollinger Bands, you can make some pretty strong managed trade rules. You can, like, you know, break over the 20-day moving average, RSI breaks over, you know, hold trade, right? Touches the top of the Bollinger Band, close trade, open long, close long, open long, hold, close long. You know what I mean? Open long, well, you know, you probably fucking lose that one, but you know, you've just won two, right? Open long, close long, right? So, and this open long here to that would definitely make up your losses. You know, potential break under RSI at the overbought region. So RSI breaks under the 20 after overbought. Some bearish candles here, bearish momentum. I wouldn't be, I'd be keeping an eye on this one, that's for sure, because you're going against the trend. But yeah, otherwise, you just wait for that consolidation here. So it's got to break out now. It is above VWAP at the moment, but so if I was to put a box in, this is what it would look like, just like that. So that's good that you got that orange volume line there. So it's telling you that there is some support here based on the previous data in the candles. So support there. If we go back even further, got some support there. All right. So there is some support there and consolidation. Alright, trend line, support, there's my box. So I'll be looking for, either maybe aggressive entry on the VWAP line, retest, stop loss just under this wick here, and targeting just under these here. First target like that, or Fibonacci, there to there. So there you go, you got potentially that 618 or anywhere here. The 618 would be alright. Get a better entry. But that means it does dip below VWAP. And targeting just about there, so you get about 23%. What's the date today? So we're coming to month close. With that consolidation on month close here. Month close was in downtrend here. A little bit of a recovery. And then it turned there. Month close here. They're definitely in a major lower half of VWAP there. So if I put VWAP here, that one, yeah, right. This horizontal line seems pretty accurate then. See that VWAP there, and we're coming sort of returning back to it. So the next stage potentially maybe here should be alright. So that could be like the next step. Then the next step would be here, and then potentially here, and up to here. So that sort of take profit there is not a bad negative 27 there. That's a pretty good first take profit target too. Alright. I hope that all makes sense. So I'll post some more stuff about VWAP, and if I can find the indicators, I'll post it all in the Discord. Peace.